There's an autistic teen and his mother. They essentially got trapped in the Caribbean for nearly a month after United Airlines refused to fly them home due to the boy's disability. Now, fortunately, there was a cruise liner that came to the rescue. Here's the backstory. Elijah, it's a 15-year-old from New Jersey. He previously had good experiences flying, which is why his family really looked forward to going to Aruba. And they had no issues getting there to the island, but things took a turn on the way back. This is what we know. So when the family began to board the United Airlines plane, Elijah stopped at the doorway and began to scream toilet. That's his way of saying something is wrong. He says, his mother says that I gave him a gentle nudge and we made it to our seats. Then he lost control. He refused to sit and Jamie and I had to hold him down. Something caused him to be overwhelmed. And he began to hit Elijah's mother, Jamie Greene, and me and continued screaming. That's from Carlos Pacheco, that's Elijah's father. Now, the captain of the plane requested that the family leave the aircraft. Elijah's doctors in the United States had prescribed fast-acting medication in case the teen became agitated. The parents administered the meds, but there was no change in his behavior. And they knew that flying on a commercial airliner was not an option, sensing that it would trigger another episode. Now, Elijah's parents then tried a medical evacuation company, but they were turned down. And so a cruise line also refused to help them at the same time too. But it ended up, so the family was stuck on an island 2,000 miles away from home. And not even the US consulate at Aruba could figure out how to get Elijah home. Now, Carlos took his other 2 children home so that they could go to school. And Elijah remained with his mother in Aruba. And this sounds like a very scary situation for the family, trying to figure out how they are going to get their son, who is autistic, home. Now, so far, how is this hitting you, Cenk?
Yeah, look, I'm troubled by it. First of all, we got to get the poor kid home, right? But at the same time, I was going to ask you, Adrian, I'm not sure what the airlines are supposed to do. So that's an interesting question, but as you're about to tell us, things are going to take a turn.
Yes, indeed, things will take a turn. And the captain of the plane has to definitely protect the passengers and ensure that everything goes smoothly and remove any kind of potential issues that could become a danger in flight. So I definitely do understand that the captain made the call in that instance. At the same time, it's very difficult, especially when we're working with individuals who are from different communities. And this Elijah being 15 years old and from the autistic community, not necessarily probably having the language necessary to be sympathetic in that situation. And that probably aggravated Elijah and his family at the time. And so when it came to getting home, well, what we know is that it was essentially the kindness of strangers who made this work. And that's starting with a man named Julian Maha. He saw Greene's Facebook post asking for help. And what he did is he contacted a friend who happened to be a VP for Carnival Airlines. Now, Maha said this: I knew the minute I read that post that I had to help. I am grateful that Greene and Elijah are home safely. Their story resonated on so many levels since my autistic child, Abram, is of the same age as Elijah. My wife, Michelle, and I identified with their sense of hopelessness and desperation. Maha also asked 2 volunteers from Culture City, that's a nonprofit organization Maha founded to promote sensory inclusion and acceptance for those with invisible disabilities, to drive from Atlanta to Miami and then drive Greene and Elijah back to their home in Toms River. And so that's something that definitely needed to take that next step, in part because you had to get from Miami, where the cruise liner docked, to New Jersey. So the fact that Maha was able to step up and use his resources is just exceptional. And the thing is Jamie and Elijah, well, they really did finally make it home. Of course, it was June 6th. So they just got home this week. And now Elijah's parents, what they're doing is they're asking airlines to do better for any and all autistic passengers. Now, Elijah's mother said this: policies have to change. I understand that airlines must follow safety protocols, but something like this should never have happened. Airlines should treat invisible disabilities the same way they treat visible disabilities. Invisible disabilities include autism, PTSD, traumatic brain injury, anxiety, ADHD, strokes, and other mental health challenges. And again, I completely agree that airlines do need to have the language to be sensitive in those situations and hopefully have some protocol. At the same time, they definitely do have to balance that with the safety of the passengers in flight. Cenk?
Yeah, that's a super tough balancing act. So I know they're in a tough spot there, but we got to take care of everybody too. So let's not go to either extreme. Just try to find the answer in the middle. But it is difficult. And so in this case, though, I just want to celebrate good people in the world, and even a good company. Holy cow, a company did something great. I mean, they went out of their way. They changed their route to go to Aruba to pick him up and bring him back. So big shout out here to it's Carnival, right?
Carnival Cruise Lines.
Yeah, great job, Carnival Cruise Lines. So and now and also to the group that picked him up. And so Culture City, right? And so, I mean, driving somebody from Miami to Atlanta is no joke. Atlanta to New Jersey is no joke. I love you guys. I love when people help someone they don't know. Wouldn't this country be 1,000 times better off if we all acted like that? So thank you on behalf of not just that family, but from all of us, for being wonderful, decent people who care for each other. So now to the absurd part, because I can't do a story without doing something absurd. As soon as you said Tom's River, there's this heartwarming story of people helping each other. But I'm from New Jersey. It reminded me of New Jersey, and then I thought, Jersey bagels. I could sure use a bagel now.
How did you get there, brother?
Well, now we know at least how I got here to this body. Okay.
Those bagels must be damn good. I feel for you.
Thank you. Finally, somebody understands my pain. Okay.
I feel like this is a way for you. You talk about good people and how we need more of them, and then you say how much you love this bagel and you miss it. Is that like the implicit message that you're hoping somebody hears this and sends you these bagels?
Right. Like, I mean, I like people who help people they don't know, and those bagels. No, don't send bagels. Don't send bagels. I love you, but don't do it. Okay, I'll just see you in Jersey. We'll have the bagel then.
That sounds fair.
And we're super happy they're back home, where they have excellent bagel options. Thanks for watching The Young Turks. I really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.